तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्।
गजमुख गजमुख गणनाथा
गजमुख गजमुख गणनाथा
गजमुख गजमुख गणनाथा
गजमुख गजमुख गणनाथा
सुरमुनिवन्दित गुणशीला
सुरमुनिवन्दित गुणशीला
सुरमुनिवन्दित गुणशीला
सुरमुनिवन्दित गुणशीला
गजमुख गजमुख गणनाथा
गजमुख गजमुख गणनाथा
गजमुख गजमुख गणनाथा
गजमुख गणनाथा
सुरमुनिवन्दित गुणशीला
सुरमुनिवन्दित गुणशीला
गजमुख गजमुख गणनाथा
गजमुख गजमुख गणनाथा
सुरमुनिवन्दित गुणशीला
सुरमुनिवन्दित गुणशीला
सुरमुनिवन्दित गुणशीला
सुरमुनिवन्दित गुणशीला
गजमुख गजमुख गणनाथा
गजमुख गजमुख गणनाथा
सुरमुनिवन्दित गुणशीला
सुरमुनिवन्दित गुणशीला
गजमुख गजमुख गणनाथा
गजमुख गजमुख गणनाथा
गजमुख गजमुख गणनाथा
गजमुख गजमुख गणनाथा
सुरमुनिवन्दित गुणशीला
सुरमुनिवन्दित गुणशीला
गजमुख गजमुख गणनाथा
गजमुख गजमुख गणनाथा
सुरमुनिवन्दित गुणशीला
सुरमुनिवन्दित गुणशीला
सुरमुनिवन्दित गुणशीला
सुरमुनिवन्दित गुणशीला
गजमुख गजमुख गणनाथा
वनमाली राधा रमणा गिरिधारी गोविंद वनमाली राधा रमणा गिरिधारी गोविंद नीलमेघ सुंदरा नारायण गोविंद नीलमेघ सुंदरा नारायण गोविंद वनमाली राधा रमणा गिरिधारी गोविंद भक्त हृदय मंदारा भानुकोटि सुंदरा भक्त हृदय मंदारा भानुकोटि सुंदरा नंद नंद गोप वृंद नारायण गोविंद नंदानंद गोप वृंद नारायण गोविंद वनमाली राधा रमणा गिरिधारी गोविंद नीलमेघ सुंदरा नारायण गोविंद वनमाली राधा रमणा गिरिधारी गोविंद भक्त हृदय मंदारा भानुकोटि सुंदरा नंद नंद गोप वृंद नारायण गोविंद नंदानंद गोप वृंद नारायण गोविंद 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 नारायण 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 गोविंद नारायण 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 गोविंद नारायण गोविंद नारायण गोविंद हरि हरि नारायण गोविंद वनमाली राधा रमणा गिरिधारी गोविंद
दशरथ नंदन श्रीरामचंद्र धर्म संरक्षकरा दशरथ नंदन श्रीरामचंद्र धर्म संरक्षकरा दशरथ नंदन श्रीरामचंद्र धर्म संरक्षकरा दशरथ नंदन श्रीरामचंद्र देवकी नंदन मुरलीधरा आनंददायक देवकी नंदन मुरलीधरा आनंददायक ईश्वरांब सुत श्री सत्य साई प्रेमामृत भगवान श्री सत्य साई प्रेमामृत भगवान मङ्गलदायकरा जय 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 शिव शक्ति स्वरूपा मङ्गलदायकरा दशरथ नन्दन श्रीरामचन्द्र धर्म संरक्षकरा देवकी नन्दन मुरलीधरा आनन्ददायक ईश्वराम्ब सुत श्री सत्य साई प्रेमामृत जय 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 शिव शक्ति स्वरूपा मङ्गलदायकरा जय 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 शिव शक्ति स्वरूपा दशरथ नन्दनरा आनन्ददायक प्रेमामृत भगवान् जय 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 साई राम बोलो जय 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 साई राम दशरथ नन्दन श्रीरामचन्द्र धर्म संरक्षकरा गंगाधरा हर गंगाधरा हर कैलासनाथ प्रभु शंकरा गंगाधरा हर गंगाधरा हर कैलासनाथ प्रभु शंकरा भवनाशा भवबन्ध विमोचन भवनाशा भवबन्ध विमोचन सत्य साई शिव शंकरा सत्य साई शिव शंकरा गंगाधरा हर गंगाधरा हर कैलासनाथ प्रभु शंकरा भवनाशा भवबन्ध विमोचन सत्य साई शिव शंकरा सत्य साई शिव शंकरा गंगाधरा हर गंगाधरा हर कैलासनाथ प्रभु शंकरा जय हो लिंगेश्वरा जय हो लिंगेश्वरा जय हो परतीश्वरा जय हो परतीश्वरा जय हो परतीश्वरा जय हो लिंगेश्वरा जय हो परतीश्वरा जय हो मृत्युंजया जय हो मृत्युंजया जय हो साईश्वरा जय हो परतीश्वरा जय हो लिंगेश्वरा
ॐ नमः शिवाय नमो नारायण 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 ॐ नमः शिवाय नमो नारायण
सुन्दरवदनी सुगुणमनोहरी सुन्दरवदनी सुगुणमनोहरी मन्दहासमुख शशिवदनी मन्दहासमुख शशिवदनी सुन्दरवदनी सुगुणमनोहरी चन्दन कुङ्कुम अलङ्कृतवदनी चन्दन कुङ्कुम अलङ्कृतवदनी साई महेश्वरी राजराजेश्वरी साई महेश्वरी राजराजेश्वरी सुन्दरवदनी सुगुणमनोहरी मन्दहास व्यासमुख शशिवदनी सुन्दरवदनी सुगुणमनोहरी चन्दनकुङ्कुम अलङ्कृतवदनी साई महेश्वरी राजराजेश्वरी ओम शक्ति 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 सुन्दरवदनी सुगुणमनोहरी
श्याम सुन्दरा मदन गोपाला सच्चिदानन्दा साई गोपाला हरि नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण भजरे नारायण नारायण भज रे.
One man had recently divorced his wife, and all day long his wife was impinging on the mind. He had such negativity towards her. Why did she do this to me? What was her motivation? How insincere of her. To top it all, his office required him to change the password every month, with one capital letter, one small case, at least one symbol and one numeral. Now it was time for him to change the password, and with so much going on in his head, he just was at his ends on what new password could he come up with. When he realized here is an opportunity for positive self-talk. So he created the password forgive at her. Forgive her. Many times a day he had to type forgive her, forgive her, forgive her. The consequence was the message was sinking in. And by the end of the month, he discovered his negativity towards his ex-wife had reduced to just 25% of what it was. This is a beautiful example of programming our subconscious to ensure that the slave of ours, the subconscious, works to our utmost benefit. We discussed in the previous episode the importance of self-talk. Nevertheless, remember, the subconscious is not of one lifetime. It is continuing from past lives. That is why somebody who is blind from birth, even such a person sees dreams. Now, what does he or she dream about? When we dream, it is our experiences in the conscious waking state that get disjointed and distorted, which then arise in our dreams. For example, if you saw a bird flying and thought, wow, if I were a bird, I could also fly like this. Now, in your dream, you did not become a bird. You saw yourself flying in the human form. Your sankalpas of the waking state were distorted and united to create the dream. That is why invariably a dream is garbled imagery which is not of value. Nevertheless, the point I'm trying to make is that somebody who is blind from birth, who has never seen anything, also sees dreams. Where do these dreams come from? They are coming from the imagery in the subconscious, which is continuing from past lives. Hence, the subconscious is not of one lifetime, but many. Such a deep aspect of our personality. For its purification requires something even more powerful than self-talk. And what is that? Visualization. As it is said in English, a picture is worth 1,000 words. Factually, pictures impact us deep. The reason is, that's how we learn. A for apple, B for ball, C for cat. When we think of personalities, we bring their image in the mind. The significance of visualization was tested in the Michigan State University. Researchers conducted this test in the emergency ward on 200 patients. When the patients were discharged from the emergency ward, half of them were given written instructions and were also explained those instructions by the researchers. The second half were given written plus visual instructions and explained as well. After 1 month, the researchers rang up both the groups to find out what percentage of the instructions do they still remember. The results were astonishing. That group which had only received written instructions remembered only 6% of them. And the group that had received visual instructions remembered 43% of them. That is the power of imagery. Now think, what do we all do? When New Year comes along, we write our New Year resolutions with the best of intentions. I will not take cheese pizzas. I will exercise every day and meditate at 5 a.m. in the morning. But within a few days, that New Year resolution diary is closed, never to be looked at again until the next New Year. One man visited the gym on 4th of January and he found the parking lot was packed. When he entered, every machine had a queue to it. He went up to the manager and said, "You people are running to capacity. Should I move to another gym?" The manager said, "Sir, please give us 11 more days. These are the New Year resolution people. They will not continue beyond 15th of January. The reason was that the New Year resolutions were just words written in the diary. And those same words, if they had visualized them and allowed the imagery to sink in, it would have impacted the subconscious so strongly as to become practically unforgettable. I'll tell you my own experience. In the days when I was studying in college, we had to walk from hostel to college. There was no email. We used to use what is today called snail mail. I was having this experience where I needed to post a letter and I'd put it in my pocket, but while speaking to my friends, I forgot to put it in the post box. And the same thing happened while returning. Now, when 3 days in a row I forgot to post it, being engaged in conversations with friends, I decided now I need to employ a more powerful technique. I visualized the letter, brought the image, made the image huge in my mind, made it more vivid and colorful, and then saw myself dumping that huge letter in the post box. When I held that image in my head for 10 seconds, there was no question of forgetting on that day. Now, this power can be utilized to optimize the functioning of the physical, mental, emotional, intellectual, spiritual aspects of our personality. The power of visualization is used by sports personalities because there a fraction of a second can make the difference between a gold and a silver medal. John Murray, professor of sports psychology, he has coached many Olympic champions and he teaches tennis players that look, before you serve, you visualize for a few seconds where you wish the ball to fall. Now, when you hold that image to yourself and then serve, your subconscious will assist. Because in serving in tennis, you need to control so many processes, the muscles and the bones, etc., that the conscious mind cannot do such a good job without the assistance of the subconscious. And when the image has been planted within, the subconscious will help the conscious and your accuracy will improve. So the fact is, visualization is a tremendous force. To help you understand such knowledge, which is otherwise so vast and esoteric, I have explained it simply in this recently published book, The Science of Mind Management, with the help of scriptural quotations, crystal clear logic, and real life examples. I am sure you will benefit from it. One scientist called Alan Richardson has done a survey where he divided weightlifters into 3 groups of 20 each. The first group was practicing every day. The second group was not practicing, only visualizing. And the third group was doing neither. After 2 weeks, he tested the enhancement in their abilities and discovered that while the third group had remained where they were, the second group had increased its abilities almost equal to the first group. Because in the process of visualization, they were firing the neurons in their mind and exerting their muscles as they would have actually done in physical exercise. So this saying, a picture is worth 1,000 words, is so true. Realizing its importance, Jagat Guru Sri Kripaluji Maharaj emphasized that in our devotion too, we should inculcate visualization. There's a beautiful story in this regard. When the Pandavas were in Vanvas, they knew that the battle of Mahabharat was imminent. And they had begun practicing their austerities in preparation. Arjun used to engage in elaborate worship of Lord Shiv to get a boon from him. Bhimsen was apparently doing nothing. Arjun became proud. I am such a great devotee. Lord Krishna thought, let me open his eyes. He said, Arjun, let's go to Kailash and meet Umapati Mahadev. All right, Maharaj. So Krishna and Parth, they both went to Kailash. There at the base of the mountain, they saw a Rudragan running with a huge cart full of flowers. He dumped it in one place, was running back and taking another cart full. A practical mountain of flowers had already been created. Arjun said, my lord, where are all these flowers coming from in Kailash? Lord Krishna said, I don't know, let's ask him. When questioned, the Rudragan said, these flowers are being offered by Bhimsen. Arjun thought, I've never seen Bhimsen doing it. Krishna said, you know what? Bhimsen sits and does his puja in the mind. So Arjun realized Bhim is such a tremendous devotee. In the meantime, a second Rudragan appeared with a plate of dried up, emaciated flowers. Arjun said, where is this coming from? The Rudragan said, there is a one conceited, egotistical devotee in Mrityulok called Arjun. This is from his puja. Arjun said to Sri Krishna Maharaj, I have learned my lesson. Let's go back. So the idea is, in the spiritual realm, the intention is of paramount importance. When we sit and visualize the Lord, when we engage in Manasi Seva, serving Him in the mind, we are actually practicing devotion to Him and practicing the purification and enhancement of our intention. That is why Rupa Dhyan is the most powerful. Subsequent in this series, we will talk about meditation in detail. But for today, contemplate over how you can program your subconscious with positivity, with optimism, with hope, and with devotion. We shall continue this discussion on mind management in the next episode.
Om Jai Jagadish Hare Swami Sathya Sai Hare Bhaktadana Samrakshaka Bhaktadana Samrakshaka Bhakti Maheshwara Om Jai Jagadish Hare Shashi Bhagana Shri Kala Sarva Pranapati Swami Sarva Pranapati Ashrita Kalpaladika Ashrita Kalpaladika Apatandava Om Jai Jagadish Hare Mata Pita Guru Daivam Mariyantayunive Swami Mariyantayunive Nada Brahma Jagannatha Nada Brahma Jagannatha Nagendra Shayana Om Jai Jagadish Hare Om Rupa Jai Sai Mahadeva Sathya Sai Mahadeva Mangala Arati Antuko Mangala Arati Antuko Mandala Giridhari Om Jai Jagadish Hare Narayana Narayana Om Sathya Narayana 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 Om Narayana Narayana Om Sathya Narayana Narayana Om Sathya Narayana Narayana Om Jai Sadgurudeva Narayana Narayana Om Sathya Narayana 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 Om Narayana Narayana Om Sathya Narayana Narayana Om Sathya Narayana Narayana Om Jai Sadgurudeva Narayana Narayana Om Sathya Narayana 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 Om Narayana Narayana Om Sathya Narayana Narayana Om Sathya Narayana Narayana Jai Sadgurudeva Shanti 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 Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu Om Shanti 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 Jai Bolo Bhagwan Shri Sathya Sai Baba Ji ki